Hey, Ryan Black here, and if you're watching this, it's because you want to find out more about how to have really awesome conversations, or you're worried about running out of things to say. And that's great. That's exactly what we're going to be talking about. So if you're here, hopefully you've watched the rest of the videos in the series. It would make sense to do that first before using this, because you've got to be in the right mindset. You've got to be able to stop a girl effectively. You've got to be able to get into conversation. You need to know how to transition from that opener into the actual conversation. So do those first. That was what all was covered in the last few. So now we're at the point where we've delivered a nice opener. We've given her a compliment. We've then made maybe some statements or transitioned in some way. And now we found out some basic stuff. We've got a few things about her, and we're at that point where we're past a minute. We're past that last conversational tension point. And as long as she feels kind of comfortable, as long as she's not maybe in a huge rush, as long as she's at least somewhat interested in meeting us, right? She could potentially date us. She doesn't have a boyfriend. She hasn't sort of made that clear and tried to leave. She can probably stick around, right? We probably have some time. So this is often when guys put a lot of pressure on themselves, and I understand that. So I'm going to give you one mindset thing that will hopefully take the pressure off, and one technique. Right now, we do whole days on this when I teach the infield courses. I don't have time to go through everything, but I'll give you just two most powerful things that I think will really help. So firstly, with mindset. The mindset that you should be coming from when you're having a conversation with a girl that you're interested in is not what you've probably been led to believe, if not actually actively taught. Most guys think that they're going into a conversation so that they can say the right thing to make the girl become attracted to them. Okay? So maybe you're watching these videos, or you've looked around because you want the technique that you go, yes, this is the thing I need to get me to the next stage, right? And if I do it right, if I do it well enough, then I will succeed in making her believe that I'm worthy and that I'm attractive and that I'm sexy and alpha, and she'll want to see me on a date. She'll give me a chance to get to that next step. And then on that next step, of course, you put pressure on yourself. I have to do the date right. I have to do, I have to do the escalation correctly, and we'll get onto that. That's the wrong mindset. So I would encourage you to just drop that whole set of beliefs. And fundamentally, when you're doing that, what you're saying is just because she's attractive, she has a massive amount of value to you. And you're essentially worthless, right? So you're like here, and she's here, just automatically. And what you're saying, when you're saying, I have to do all this stuff, is you need to raise sort of your value, and you need to lower hers. Right? This is where all these things that I hope nobody uses anymore, or thinks they have to use, like negs and stuff, come in. This is where things like DHVs people think they need, right, to kind of prove themselves to be of high value. You don't need any of that stuff. That's the wrong mindset. Because here's the thing. If you have had any life experiences, if you've had any successes, if you've managed to get through failures and pick yourself up and keep going, if you've come through experiences, and if you have goals and ambitions and things you're proud of yourself about, and things that you want to work on, but that you've accepted yourself still as okay, then those are all things that make you valuable. Those are all things that are part of your internal sense of your own value. And that's the only value there is, right? What other people think you are, other people's perception of your value, it's irrelevant. Because for every single person it's going to be different, and you're never really going to know. And basically, if you care about it, you're going to have to spend your whole life checking how other people view you and what they think about you and what they think that your value is. And your sense of fulfillment, your sense of yourself will be completely driven by other people's opinions of you. That's a terrible attitude, right? My value is up here, right? And the girl that I'm meeting for the first time is down here. Not because I'm better than women, not because I'm better than her, not because I think that she's not good enough in some way, but because I know all these things about me. You know all the stuff about you, what makes you you, your values, your ambitions, your goals, your passions, all the stuff. You know all of this. But her, yeah, she's attractive. That's good. That's great. That's a start. But it's not everything, right? To make her fact that she's attractive everything, and to put yourself down here by default, is to say that all of those things about yourself that I just went through are worthless. That are worth nothing. Right? Think about that. It makes no sense. So, of course, I started here, yes, she's attractive, and now the purpose of this conversation, right, the place I'm coming from is, okay, yeah, you know what, this thing about you struck me. This thing about you made me interested in having this conversation. And now what the conversation is about is I'm really curious, I'm genuinely curious and excited to find out if you have all of these things that would make you even more attractive to me, that would make me even more likely to want to see you again, that would make it worth my time to take your number and suggest seeing one another again. And the flip side of that is you have to be willing, if she really doesn't have any of those qualities, if there's nothing she's giving you or you feel attracted to, and in fact she's saying things that really aren't your cup of tea and you just don't feel resonate with who you are, be willing to walk away. Just be willing to be like, oh, it was great meeting you, and have a nice day, and leave in the middle of the conversation, because you find out, whatever, she's not really that intelligent, and that's something that you value. She doesn't really lead that interesting of a life, that's something that you value, whatever it is. And you'd be amazed at just having that willingness to do that, and occasionally, if necessary, doing it. It really, really changes the dynamic of the interaction. So that's what the conversation is about. The conversation is not just continue it for the sake of it. You're not going for just chatting about whatever you can think of for 20 minutes. It's not about saying the funniest thing for as long as possible, for 10 minutes, 20 minutes. It's not coming out with the most interesting thing. It's certainly not about saying the right thing or the truth or proving to her how clever you are. Right? That's not the point of it. The point is giving her the space to prove to you that she's the kind of girl you want to spend more time with. So this requires you to sit down. If you're going through these and taking notes, and that would be great, and I hope you are, and so you can go out and implement them, then in your notes you need to write down, all right, well, what are those things that would make me go, wow, actually you're pretty cool? Right? What are at least 5 qualities, traits, not physical things, not how she looks, but personality characteristics, things she's done, that would make her move that one level up. Right? Once you have those, it's going to be a lot easier to go out there and search for them and find them. Right? So once you know those, that's where you're coming from in the conversation. You're giving her the space to tell you if she has those things, and you're sitting back and allowing her to open up. It's actually, hopefully, if you think about it now, much easier. There's a lot less pressure on you, because you don't have to say anything incredibly funny and amazing. You don't have to say anything very interesting. You don't have to do anything. You just have to provide her the space and allow her to open up to you. Second bit, so this is a technique, because sometimes that won't necessarily always happen just super, really quickly and naturally. Right? She won't always just open up. And usually the reason is one of two things. Either most guys fall on one extreme or the other of the spectrum. Either they're asking too many questions just over and over again without really listening to the answers and just asking the next question. And what that does is it's actually blocking her, right? If you just ask, what's your name? I'm this. What do you do? Oh, I do this. Okay, where are you from? Oh, I'm from here. Okay, oh, what are you doing today? Oh, I'm this. Oh, okay, have you seen this film recently? Right, none of those things are related. So every time she says something, I'm asking a completely different question. So in her mind, she's going, wait a minute, this guy came up to me like he was interested, but everything I say, like he doesn't respond to it or even barely even acknowledges it or asks anything following up to do with that. So obviously he's not that interested. He's not actually interested in me, right? So, or they go too far and they're like, oh, I'm going to be the funny guy and I'm going to entertain her. And they don't even really ask her that much stuff or really allow her to say anything or answer before they go, oh yeah, I have a funny thing about that, right? So there's like, oh, where are you from? And remember, we shouldn't be asking these questions. And she's like, oh, Sweden. And you're like, oh, Sweden, the last time I went to Sweden, the funniest thing happened. Oh, and it was hilarious and blah, blah, blah. And my friend went, and they just go off onto the story. And it might be entertaining and it might be funny. But again, it's going against, it's inauthentic as compared to what you said that your intent was, which is to get to know her. Because all you're doing is standing there and entertaining and being funny, but you're not asking her anything. You're not getting her to open up. So to help speed that process, to make sure it happens, I've got a very simple language pattern you can use to really enable and help people to open up. And what's cool about it is you can practice it all the time. You can practice it with people in general. You can practice it on the waitress that's serving you coffee. It's really easy, but very powerful, despite its simplicity. So step one is, remember, we're transitioning by making a statement, and she says something with regards to your statement. She gives you what we call a conversational offer of some kind. And what we do is we take the offer out of maybe she says two, three, four things. We pick the one that's going to get us closer to our intent. So we pick the one of the offers that we're the most interested in talking about, that we're the most likely to get something out of her that's going to help us know if she's at that next level, if something that's, it's going to reveal something attractive about her. And what we do is step one is we restate it, right? So we just make it clear this is the thing I'm interested in. So she says, I just traveled to here and I'm blah, 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 and I'm studying this and I want to be that and I'm from here. That's all interesting, but maybe the thing that she's studying is going to be the thing that's the most interesting to us, because maybe we're also interested in that thing, or maybe we'll want to get to something deeper, which is what she's really passionate about, what she really wants to do with her life, right? Which is an interesting topic. It's more interesting to me to talk about that stuff. Step one is I go, oh, you mentioned that you're studying this. Cool, right? Step one, just restate it, easy. Step two is we relate it to ourselves, and this is the key bit. If you don't do that and you keep asking questions, it can feel like a very value-taking conversation. So what's really cool, and lots of psychology studies back this up, is if I want someone to reveal something to me, I should first reveal something to them. And you'll know from those like cop shows and stuff like that, detectives and things, when they're in the interview room, they use this, right? They know that this is a psychological trick and they use it. So the detective will sit down, the good cop will come in, and he'll reveal something, and it won't even be true. He'll just make it up. He'll be like, oh yeah, you know what, my marriage is failing and blah, blah, blah. And, I embezzled some money at this, from this company I used to work at and blah, blah, blah. And they'll just say all this stuff to kind of say, like, I'm on the same side as you, and, I'm revealing stuff and we're buddies. And then before you know it, the perp or whatever has revealed, like, he actually committed the crime and they've got him. Right? You've seen this before. So that's what they're doing. They're using the psychological principle. So we can use it too, but in a not bad way, but in a good way, to get a girl to open up to us, to have a connection. So I just relate it to myself. I go, oh, it's funny, when I was like thinking about what I wanted to study at university, I was between this and I wasn't sure, and I ended up doing that. And but it took me a bunch of years to actually find what I was really passionate about, which is this. And we just throw that out there, right? And then we go back, because if we just do that, then we're just talking about ourselves again, and we kind of blocked her offer in a way. So then step three, so we've got repeat it, relate it to myself, and step three is I ask a follow-up. So then on that same topic, I want to ask a follow-up that goes deeper. So she says, I study this. I say, oh, when I was studying, blah, blah, blah. And then I go, so tell me, is that because you're really passionate about it, and you would love to do it, or you want to own a business in that industry one day, or you kind of just fell into it, or your mum and dad made you do it, and actually you want to do something else or what. That's it, right? And now I've gotten a level deeper. I'm finding out something about her, and just by using that 3-step language pattern, right? Repeat it, relate to it, and then ask a follow-up that goes that level deeper. So why did you do it? How did you come to do that? What's your real passion? What's the passion behind that? What do you really want to do? Right? That's it. It's 3 steps. It's super simple, but it's actually really powerful. So that was a mindset and a technique that I want you to go out and use. Don't just sit here and taking notes and nodding and being like, oh, that makes sense. Go out and do it. Comment below. Let me know how it's going. Let me know what you're doing. Let me know your questions. If you don't agree with me, tell me why. I will engage with you. And if you want to make sure you get the next video first, hit the subscribe button below. All right. See you in the next one.